tripping. The timing has me tripping because, and you'll since you're here already, you'll probably hear me say it quite a few times. They're going to stop shipping to the United States on the 20th, and I'm just like, and our Swatch party is tonight, so that gives everybody 2 days to get what they want to get. Get my list withdraw. So, hey Alexandra, yep, Swatch party. This is a huge one. I'm like, what did I get myself into? So I'm just going to put on concealer, eye cream first. I have a candy bar here for later if I get hungry, and I have tea here. I'm kind of just stalling right now to give YouTube time to notify people, if it's going to notify people, because we have a lot to do. So I do feel like this is going to be long, and our lives be long anyway. But I feel like this one's going to be like super long. We have about 100 shadows to swatch. Not stocking at Camera Ready anymore. I don't know. I saw a post on Instagram that Lethal did that said they were going to stop shipping to the United States on the 20th because of all the tariff stuff. And they did say, though, that they're already working on a solution. So they're saying it's temporary, but deep down, I'm like, I don't know, unless they raise prices. You know what I mean? So, hey, Michelle, you ready, Freddy? All right, I'm just putting on concealer. The only skincare I did today after washing my face was this serum, because we're going to swatch and everything. And I have my Neutrogena makeup remover wipe to wipe off and keep going. But yeah, yo, I was just like, wow. So over the weekend, Lethal had a free shipping thing going on. And so now, between now and I'm guessing end of business day on the 20th, they're doing minimum purchase of $45 will get you free shipping. And so if anybody wants anything, if you're watching on the replay, thank you for being here. Hello, Ahmed. If you want to get something, go ahead and get it, because we don't know when they're going to be shipping back here or not. And I don't know about Camera Ready, if they're shipping there. Where is Camera Ready, Janet? Like, where are they located? Okay, I may have to hold on a second. I really don't want any, I'm not in the mood for those types of distractions tonight, because we got a lot to do. Why is this not fitting in here like it normally does? Okay, there it is. Thank you, Janet. So hopefully y'all have some paper handy. And they're in Texas, but then they would still have to ship to Texas, and Texas is in the United States. They're saying they're not going to ship to the United States. Temporarily, they're going to stop shipping to the United States. And so, like, whatever stock is still there, yes. And maybe if Camera Ready purchases more stuff by the end of day on the 20th, they'll have it. But other than that, no. Yeah, and I did take screenshots of Lethal's Instagram post, and I did post it on my community tab. But just the timing of, like, us doing this watch party tonight and them only shipping here for another 2 days. So I hope that, hey Janessa, so I hope that y'all have paper ready, y'all have pen or pencil ready, or whatever you use to write with, and write down what you want to get. And to get it, we are swatching the BYOPs. And so they have 9-pan palettes if you want 9 shades. And you do get a discount on their website when you do complete a palette. So if you complete a 9-pan palette, you do get a percentage off of that. You get a higher percentage if if you finish creating a 12-pan palette. Excuse me. And so there are those perks. Hey, Portia! I'll be seeing you soon, sis. And so if there's 9 shades you see you want, get them. If there's 12 you want, get them. If you see 18, make 2 9-pans. Like, do what you need to do. Because I don't know if they're going to make it back. Like, I don't. Because without prices going up, I'll just put it that way. So my flashlight came in. My blue light, my black light flashlight, that came in. And today, what came in, I'm still just trying to give YouTube time to do what it do. Hey, Alexandria. And my glitter sprays came in. This stuff is from Temu. And these were from United States warehouses. Y'all, they be saving on packaging. The flashlight came in a box that it was in, wrapped in paper. And it had the shipping label on it. And they have this inside of a... And it's cool that they ship cheap as possible. But I'm just like, dang. Like, it's no frills. But it's usually stuff that's not fragile that they ship. How you been doing, Portia? You know what? We'll catch up. We'll catch up when we see each other in a couple weeks. I can't believe how fast time is flying by. I still have not decided. I haven't even looked at my clothes to figure out what I'm going to wear for the formal dinner. Y'all, they done wrap this up, tape this up. After we open this, we're going to get to it. Hey, Grace. I'm still just trying to give YouTube time to do what it do. We will not be backtracking today. This is what my idea was for swatching. For you to write down what palette it is. Because I imagine, hey, Tanya, I imagine that most of you might be interested in the shimmers. So we're going to do shimmers on the face and maybe do the mattes over here. And we're going to do mattes down here. So that way, if it's shifty, you can see the shifts on my forehead and on this part of my cheeks. But write down what palette it is. And you see a shadow you think you might want. Write that down. And the reason I'm suggesting write down what palette it is because some of the shades are similar. And so if you want me to go back and swatch to compare, I need to know what palette it is to compare whatever the shade is from this palette later on from an earlier palette, if that makes sense. Y'all know how much I love Lethal Shadows, and we just did that color combination series. And those shimmers, y'all, because the tariffs, Tanya, they posted on Instagram, and I posted their posts on my community tab, so you can check that out. But it's because of the tariff stuff. And so that's my suggestion on how to get through this live. Because if you say, oh, you know, 3 palettes back, that green, I'm gonna be like, what? So yeah, they're gonna stop shipping here on the 20th. So 2 days for y'all to get y'all stuff. And they reduced minimum purchase for free shipping. So $45 or more will get you free shipping. So this one is a pink one. This is the one where I got the gold from, and the brand is Febble, F-E-B-B-L-E. So I got the pinkish one, quite a few EU brand. Yeah, and when I saw that one, Janessa, I put another one in our group chat, and I don't even keep up with that brand, but I was just like, dang, this one, I don't know what color this is. I think this one is the clear one, and this one is not as gold as the other one. So these are the 3 that I got, because these are a hit, and these are freebies. But hey, can I spray glitter on you? They're like, sure. So this is like freebie stuff. And so that came today. It was in my mailbox. My alarm was set for 6 o'clock. I got up by 6:30. I was at the mailbox, came back, had my oatmeal and Vietnamese cinnamon. I had already washed my face, brushed my teeth, put this serum on. And now we're here. Odin Dye has a U.S. warehouse. But where does their stuff ship in here from? Like, do they make their stuff here? Because it's like Temu they have some United States warehouses. Well, and I'm sure it's like third-party sellers or buyers. But we know that stuff is not made here. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's lucky I never got into those overseas brands. Well, this is the time to get into Lethal. Mika, Titanium Fox, Udazai. Yeah, Udazai is in Sweden. And so, but I'm not confident that Lethal's going to be able to start shipping back here without increasing their prices. And it wouldn't even be them increasing the prices. It would be when it comes to the port here is where that needs to be paid, from what I understand, and I could be wrong on that. So even if they don't pay the price, even if they don't increase the prices, let me keep that here. That's my lotion I keep in here that I told you about. I turned it upside down so it wouldn't pump anymore. So they felt that raising the prices wouldn't be advantageous. I didn't ask them, Tanya. I don't know. I'm just saying what they're posted. They're going to stop shipping to the United States on the 20th, and they are working on a solution. But yeah, check out my community post or Instagram, because they did 4 posts. I took a screenshot of all 4 of them. They were on my community tab. And so they all cost at this point, even without the threat of tariffs. Yeah. Yeah, so I didn't personally talk to them, Tanya, so I don't know. I'm just making sure. All right, we're going to get into these swatches. Some brands don't want to increase prices. It's like, but because they understand that it'll be a hardship, as if makeup is a need. It's a want, and the want and desire can be very strong. So I think that they're sensitive to that. Like, they don't want to charge more because they know that there's certain pockets over here. Oh, that's the one I saw, Janessa, the Artitude one. Glisten Cosmetic, Beauty, Artitude, Lethal Glaminatrix, which is in Australia. Everyone is holding the shipment, except for China. Oh my gosh. Yes, it's a hot mess. Did I miss Grace coming in? Hey, Grace. All right, so what I had said earlier, for those who just came in, the problem is, says Janet, all the brands are so small they can't survive a product that's sent back to them. Exactly. And I don't know what the wait time is, like how long your stuff can sit here on a U.S. port without being picked up before it's sent back. Like, no. Janessa says, I'm not sure that raising prices is the issue. The de minimis exception allowed shipments orders under $800 to come in without duties on them. So it would be fees at delivery. That could be big. Yeah. So we're going to get into these palettes. I sent you some emails, Janessa. Please take your time. Please take your time. And you can skip the service page, because those are messes. Because I picked the wrong template, of course, and thought that I could work around it, and I couldn't. So these are my Lethal BYOPs. I do not know why Glaminatrix is stopping shipping too. It is a mess. But and even though like makeup is a luxury and not a need, it's like we still want it. And those of us who have like our favorite indie brands, it's just like, wait a minute, they're going away. And me not being able to use pigments, like a lot of them brands I didn't try anyway, but I'm still just like, because I don't like to see businesses not do business, you know what I mean? This is Velvet Dusk, and this is gonna bother me, y'all, excuse me. One of those wrappings from the spray glitter fell on the floor. For some reason, you know what, how am I feeling? I'm feeling rushed. And I know I'm doing it to myself, because we have, are y'all seeing it? YouTube live notification, something went wrong. Please end the live and try again in a few minutes. Are y'all seeing that, or is that just over here? Okay. I'm feeling rushed, and I don't know why. I think it's because we have, thank you, Janessa, because we have all of these to swatch. This only has 5 in it. It's a 6-pan palette. And these are 12-pan palettes. And we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So this is 120 shades plus 5. Some of these are duplicates, and so if I realize it's a duplicate as I'm going to swatch it, I will not swatch it, because some of them I do know off the top of my head that they are duplicated. That was a good one though. that was a good one. But we know that stuff be looking legit. But I was just like, yeah. So we have our sponge tip applicators. So as I had said earlier, I don't even know if I said it twice already yet. Have a piece of paper, have a pen or a pencil, because I'm going to say what the name of the palette is that my members help me name. So that's always going to be special to me. And so that way, if you see something that might look like something else, or you want me to compare it later, say, hey, can you go back to the Rainbow Orchid palette and re-swatch, whatever shade, and I'll know where to go back to, because we got 10 palettes. And if you say like the pink one or the purple one, I'm gonna be like, which one is that? Or the black one, because quite a few of them are black. So write down stuff that you think you might want to get, and then make a decision before. Where did that come from? Well, place your order. This is what I'll say, because this is something I do. Write down what you think you want to get, and sit it aside after tonight, and then tomorrow evening go back and look at it and make a decision, and then make your purchase on the 20th. So that's something I do, is I'll just kind of wait. But I really do want those of you who are interested in lethal to be able to get it and build your own palettes, which you'll love it because you get to pick your own shades. And also, like, y'all know, if y'all want pigmentation, y'all see when I do those inner corner shades, I go like this, and it's like, booyah, how you doing? And I'm just like, I love it. But if you are, I will say this too, if you're going to compare their shimmers and multi-chrome and dual chrome compared to lethal, some other indie brands will outshine them. But because I like the dark stuff, I don't really always care about the shimmer, if vaguely. But when lethal pops up, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what is that? So there is that argument too, that they don't shine as bright or blah 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 blah. But anyway, so we're going to get started. I don't know why this is Velvet Dusk palette. I don't know why I put it in here, is what I'm saying. I don't know why. And I cut the box, and so these are the names of them right here. BYOP with lethal before you lost your head over palette. Please show shutting down. No way they're gonna comment. Yeah, you're right, because they cut us off once, and another time it looked like they were starting to cut us off because my number dropped in half, and then it kept dropping. I'm like, okay, they're kicking people out. But yeah, so let's get started, because we got a lot to do. Do y'all think that you want to put together a palette from lethal? And I do know that some of you have had stuff in your cart, and building a palette can be overwhelming, because when I build palettes, it takes me at least an hour and a half, because I'm looking at the colors, and they do color descriptions very well. They do a swatch on somebody my complexion, and they're going like this, you see the shifts. Then they do somebody else on brown skin complexion, and they're showing you, and so it is very detailed. And so some people have told me, I have stuff in my cart, but I just get too overwhelmed, and so they never purchased it. But hopefully this will help you. I don't know why, Alexandra, your comment got deleted. That wasn't on Janessa or Janet or myself. So it might have said something that YouTube didn't like. Sean's been working on my BYOP for over a year. Finally gonna bite the bullet. Bite that bullet. I wish I had a code for y'all. The code I use is Teresa is dead. Her code is garbage. It'll save you 10%. They might have thought, Alexandra, that you were saying something that you weren't saying, because sometimes it could be sensitive. And that's why sometimes if the commenter even thinks it may sound kind of off, they'll change the wording, or they'll put, like, instead of saying asshole, they'll put a dollar sign and then the S. And that's why a lot of us now are saying, like, unalive, because if you put DIE, they might flag you, that type of thing. And so you were saying that Artitude Cosmetics is beautiful, but I wouldn't recommend now because of the shipping issues. Oh, that's really innocent. Like, I don't... my makeup trash here to put my sponge tips in. And I'm going to just go ahead and take a bunch out of here because we are going to... I have never... The most I swatched before was the Pride palette. Those were 40 shades. And I'm just like, now we got like 100. But I'm prepared. We got our wipes here. And a paper towel to dry off after the wipe. But then I do have a fan here. I'm talking too much. Let's get to it. We're going to do the small one first. This is Spare Squares. This is the color story. If any of this appeals to you, write down Spare Squares. And the name of the shadows. I'm going to tell you the name of the shadows as we swatch them. And again, we're going to do mattes down here to start. And then later maybe we'll do mattes out here because I want to do the metallics on my forehead and where you can see them here in case there is a shift. You'll be able to see the shift. And so thought about that earlier today. Artitude is gorgeous. I'm using their Arcana palette now. Okay. They will be losing a lot of revenue season. Yeah, but what's the cost, you know? They'll lose and so will we. So, you know, Artitude shipping to US now is turned off. It is just crazy. These stupid games. You know why also I was kind of hype? And again, I did it to myself. I was watching MSNBC, the other countries, you know, some of their lead, I think it might have been like 6 of them that came over and sat with 47. And, you know, they were talking. And I'm just like... And then Zelensky's going to meet with them. And I'm just like, and all of them are saying, you know, we need a ceasefire. And somebody said, you know, I was surprised there wasn't a ceasefire agreement at the meeting that they just had in Alaska. They didn't even talk about this when they were in Alaska. So it's like, why did y'all even do that? And so I started feeling pissed off because we know he's going to flip-flop. And it's really unfortunate because people are dying just because Russia wants to be greedy. Weird as Americans not being able to get... Yeah, because we're entitled and spoiled. Seriously. This is... Yeah, so I think that's part of it too, like why I'm feeling how I'm feeling. Because I allowed it to piss me off because... And even when he was saying like... Well, it might not be a good outcome, but it might be. I'm just like, dude, it's just not. Everybody else is like, we need to do this. And he's like, well, it might happen. It might not. I'm just like, this guy. All right, let me get off of that. This is a Felian. And this, again, is Spare Squares. So we're going to swatch this one. This one is pretty. Actually, I'm going to stop saying that because I'll probably say that a lot. We're going to put this one over here. This is really nice for brow arch. Oh, I didn't notice this mirror is casting a glare. A shadow. I'm seeing blue and something. That's this shade, Aphelion. We're going to come over here. This is Queen. And this is, man. I was looking on their site like what I want to get. I'm like, I already got like 120 shadows. Like what? And I am curious about their mascaras, but I don't want to spend $16 for a mascara because I already have like backups of like the Esom and the City Beauty one. Yeah, and all of those brands are upset about it. They don't want to do it, but there's just too much chance of losing tons of money on returns or having upset customers getting huge unexpected fees. Right. And more delays than we usually get. This one is Biome. I know I have this in another palette. Yeah, because we do buy a lot from overseas. This is, you see, this is a multi-chrome. This shade. And I'm looking on here. And so even here, you see where's that burgundy? And then you see that green. I know I have this somewhere. I wonder if it's in my 669 dupe palette. So that's what that looks like. That burgundy, green, brown shift that we all know and love. These two are mattes, and so we're going to just go ahead and put them down here. This one is Replica. I feel like I have that somewhere else too. As a person with a million lipsticks and glosses and barely any shadows, let me get my life together. This is your chance. Oh my gosh, they have some beautiful shades. So this is replica. And I'm going to just do these straight down because these are not going to have shifts because they're matte. So that's replica. Are we done with this one already? Yeah. And this one is Kindlewood. And if you have a lot of like the neutral tones, the nude tones, then you might just want shimmers. I'm feeling like some of you may just be like, show me the shimmers. This is Kindlewood. Y'all chat is like right here where I'm looking. So that's why I'm like, so that's Kindlewood. So again, this is Bare Squares. We're going to go to Velvet Dusk. I really don't know what moved me to put it in here. You're going to get Conspiracy Theory. Okay. For a moment. Absolutely. I watched the channel, says Tanya, and she lives in Sussex. She gets her Ipsy by having it shipped to your address and then ship it to her. Yeah, I know people that do that too. It costs a lot of money for overseas people to have like mailing services here. It costs them a lot to do that. Well, the people I know that did it, they're just like, if you don't get stuff all the time, they're like, it's not worth the cost. Because this one is Velvet Dusk. Girl, you just said that. So this one is Limbo. I was going to say it's a pretty shade. I think all of these are pretty shades. This is Limbo. This is pretty straightforward. No shift. Keep in mind my complexion. But for me, their shadows, they show up as they are. When I was really heavy into Nomad, their shadows had a way of not showing up the way they look in the pan. But for the most part, unless they're dual chrome or multi-chrome, Lethal does, excuse me, look like it does in the pan. So that's this shade up here. Next to that is Covet. That's this shade. And we're going to put this over here. This is just a shimmer metallic. It's just a regular metallic. The one next to it, this is Runaway. That's a grungy green. I like this one. I like them all. That's why I got them. Tell me I don't have some olive in my undertone. Y'all see how this just blended in? It's like, where is it? And when I tell people there's olive in my undertone in certain places, they be like looking at me like, yeah, you keep that. Yeah, I really do. This one is, I keep looking down here. Let me just move the paper. This one is Deceit. You have, let me back up. So said the attitude already shut down shipments to the U.S. Janet says the target on the tariffs was never EU. China is gladly continuing to ship to U.S. And that, Janet, you are so right. It was always all of this China. And now, like, yeah, I agree with you. It is just so bizarre. But that's because of how he is. He don't, this, I don't know. I do not know how he processes information, but it was directed at them. And now there's all these other countries that's like, we're just not going to buy your stuff or sell your stuff anymore. In some countries, they're boycotting American stuff. I was watching a show, well, a news clipping about a grocery store, and customers were saying, we're not going to shop here unless you take American stuff off the shelves. And I was like, damn. Like, they are serious. This is Deceit. They are, some of them, they're just like, And so they've been marking, like, what stuff is from America because the consumers are like, we're not having it. So this is Deceit. It looks purple to me. That's this shade right here. I hope my fingers don't cramp up because y'all know weird stuff be happening to me. So that's this shade. This right here. Oh, that's my color. Y'all know I like grungy stuff. This one is Hollow, which is going to look similar to Kindlewood, I think. So I want to try and put that next to it. I'm using you guys as my mirror. So it's a little bit lighter than Kindlewood, or I can use the mirror over there. And they are buildable to some extent. I think these EU brands are on a cancel. They are. They are. And they're making more deals with each other. So it's just like they're banding together against the yeah. EU has lower tariffs in China, but the tariffs are based on what goods are produced, not where they are shipped from. Not where they are shipped from. And a lot of these EU brands produce their Yep. And it just gets more and more silly because then it's like, okay, we're going to give an exemption for chips. We're going to do an exemption for this. We're going to dude, just make a freaking decision and just stick to it. Like, stop the madness. This is just crazy. Gloss gods. Okay. I've never tried them. So we're going to move down here. This one, we did hollow. So we're here. This shade is, there's a lot of mattes in this one. This one is inertia. This is one of those quirky shades. Like, this color is just kind of like, That's inertia. That's kind of like, that reminds me of that blue lipstick I think is ugly as fuck, but then when I wear it, I'm like, oh, wow, this is so nice with this look. That's what it reminds me of. I have to disagree. Several of the brands have said that they are worried about even staying open without U.S. consumers, since it's such a huge part. Exactly. And that is yeah, because U.S. we buy a lot of stuff. This one here is Esteem. Yeah, so it's like trying to find a balance. Like, when is it gonna stop being worth it as far as their profit? And for us, like, how much are we willing to pay? Because what I wouldn't want to happen, like, if I was a business over there, I wouldn't want to, make all this product and then the consumers are like, nah, you know what, that's too much, never mind. So then you're stuck with all this stuff and then you'll be doing sales. It's ugly. It is. I think that's the ugliest. Fuck. But when I wear it, whatever look I have on, I'm like, this is really nice. It is really bizarre to me because I'd be like, wow, this is really nice. But when I just look at it in the tube, I'm like, this shit is ugly as fuck. You ordered from them in June, knowing full well I was taking a risk of losing money. Ask if it was a pre-order or shipped yet. What brand are you talking about? Are you talking about Gloss Gods? So we just did Esteem. This is Revolve. We're going to put that here. This is just a metallic, just a regular metallic. Is that a dual chrome? Or is it just how the light's hitting it, but it's not? I do not have on the ring light, and I probably don't need to. I don't think we need to. Is that like a subtle shift? Because I'm seeing some blue. Like right here, I'm seeing some blue. Or is that just how the light is hitting it? I really don't know. And Gloss Gods isn't as much anti-US as they are anti... That part. They gave a discount with a post about orange is not our shade. Oh my gosh. That is funny. Alexandra, I was tempted to order from them, but then started buying from Inslee Rain and brands like that. Yes, I'm sure brands are worried about staying up. Especially a lot of these smaller brands. This is Lithium. That is funny. This is a metallic, but it's pretty basic. Pretty straightforward. It's just tripping me out how, like, right here you hardly see it. It's hard to see. And then when you turn, like, there it is. This is a nice combination right here. Excuse me. I'm stealing that as my personal slogan. Orange is not my shade. Yeah, absolutely, but Americans are blamed for that. Right. And some countries don't even want us. We talked about that before. Some countries are like, don't come over here. If you're an American, do not come over here. They like, don't even come over here. And it's like, we're not all, no, we don't like it either. This one here is Cryptic. I have this in another palette somewhere. Also, their PAO is 24 months. One of their shades did turn on me, but I had it for like 4 years. That's a subtle green type shade. And the one next to it, this is Undone. Yeah, and that's what it is. It's just like anti-him. And a news reporter on MSNBC, she said, well, she was talking to somebody. You know how they bring in different people to talk about. And she was saying how he seems to just run off of whatever the last person he talked to said. And they had said that during the campaign trail too, and that is so true. Because this is corrosion. Putin was talking about mail-in elections are fraudulent. And now that's what 47 keeps talking about. But years ago, he was all for it. And he's used mail-in ballots before. So it's like, what? And there's never been, well, except for when they were finding bags of stuff behind dumpsters. But that's not that it's fraudulent. It's just whoever's delivering the mail didn't take the ballots in. And so he keeps talking about that now. And what he has said, United States is like the only country that uses mail-in ballots. They fact-checked that. There's like 20, 50 other countries that do mail-in ballots. And he just be spewing stuff that the P-Do said that is clearly not even true. My thing is, well, we know he's not smart. If you were, you would look up stuff. Okay, Alexandria, you would look up stuff before you say stuff, but he don't. He just goes off of what they say. So again, this was Velvet Dusk. I'm gonna move to Rainbow Orchid. And that is what this looks like. This palette is pretty. I think they're all pretty. This shade up here, this is Inhabit. Wow. Inhabit. And you see how easily they blend. So that's a basic brow art shade or inner corner shade. This one, is this done? This is Equinox. I know I have this in another palette. And again, this is Rainbow Orchid. So this is Equinox. That's what that looks like. That's pretty. A brand that can be worried but still jump on the bandwagon. Oh, wait. Okay, Janessa. I appreciate you. Have fun. Tell Angie I said hi. That sounds like so much fun. You leave your tab open for the... Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you, Janessa. This one here is Echo. And yeah, that is a metallic. This is pretty straightforward. It's bold though, depending on how the light hits it. This one over here is Lore. I almost didn't get this one, but I needed something to go in here or somewhere because this is a non-shade on me. See what I mean? But I said, you know what? This will be a good buff out shade. If I want to just buff something out, this will do it because it's not really a color on me. And yes, my neck and my chest is not the same shade as my face, but y'all see. That's Lore. This is Descent. I think I have this in another palette. And we're going to put that right here. It's a pretty shade. This one is, oh, this is nice. This is Exosphere. I know I have this somewhere else. This shade. This is a shifty shade. And the shifts and those are enough for me. But some people are like, oh, they don't have enough shifts. And this is a black based multi-chrome. And I love these because they're darker than like something like this or even something like that one. But look at that, y'all. So you see purple and then you see like a bright blue. That's Exosphere. Ooh, I love it. And let's keep going. This one next to it, Rise from the Ashes. I know for sure we probably got that in at least 2 other palettes. Rise from the Ashes. This is a nice dark gray. Looks almost greenish. Maybe it's my complexion. That's this shade right here. What color are y'all seeing? Are y'all seeing gray, or is it like a gray green? I've never noticed it looking greenish before. But then usually I do have on foundation and stuff too. This one is Nightless. I think I have that somewhere else too. This is like the only brand that I don't care if I have dupes. So this is Nightless. Just like a dark blue, greenish blue, bluish green. I'm doing this because when I go like this, I can't see it because of the chat. But I could just use the mirror over here and then not have to lean back, lean back. Let me not fall off the chair. So that's Nightless. When I do dark shades, I'm like, what side is clean? So that's Nightless. This shade is Mycelium. I know we have this one somewhere else. And we're going to put that right here. So we kind of got like 3 golds already. And this one, wait a minute, what did I do? Oh, that was here. Looking over here, it looks more green than how it looks where you are. That's why when I looked in it, I'm like, wait a minute, what? Now we're going to come to this one. This one is Scarab. I like this shade too. Oh, this shade is pretty. Scarab. It's like a watercolor, but it's bold. Like, look at that. Me like it. This one is Fauna. I'm wondering if I feel like I have all of these somewhere else because we did just use them all. Yeah, write that down, Michelle. This is Rainbow Orchid in case we come back around and you want me to compare it to something else. And this is Fauna. That's nice. This one here is Nightshade. Nice rich blue. Nightshade. They are buildable to some extent. I like that they are buildable because for people who don't know, if you just go in with a dark shade and you don't know that it automatically shows up dark, it's just like, oh, like how do I fix this? Like what is happening? Did we use all sides of this? No, we did not. So this is Rainbow Orchid. That's Rainbow Orchid. So after this, I have 3 videos I need to edit and schedule. This one is Motley. This palette is Motley. Excuse me. This is kind of rustic looking because it's a little on the darker side, a little bit moody. A few pops, not many. Y'all know that's fine with me. This one is, excuse me, I was going to say Pretty Girl, but Janessa isn't here. I don't know if y'all watch her outtakes when she does her videos. There's always outtakes. And so never just click off like when it sounds like she's done, because then she does the bloopers. And every time she belches, she goes, Pretty Girl. And it makes me laugh every freaking time. She belches like a trucker. She belches like a 75-year-old trucker. And this is like, Pretty Girl. So this is Black Forest. And again, this is Motley. So even though we see all these colors and I'm making sure I'm swatching through the entire pan, where we're going to put you? We're going to put this right here. This is that. So that's Black Forest. So even though it look all like that, look pretty, but all the marbled ones, even for smacking, they do just come out as one shade. This here is Habitat. It's a lighter type green. This top row is like a nice, easy, grungy look. So that's Habitat. Then we have Wilderness. Wilderness is feeling a little dry. How long have I had this? Oh, the PAO passed. It still works fine. So that's Wilderness. This one here is, oh Lord, Arboreal. Arboreal? ARBO Real. R-E-A-L. Arboreal. Sometimes that sounded out thing they told us at school don't work. But this is that shade. Arboreal. I might be missing comments. The last one I see is Michelle, and I know y'all be chatting. Oh no, I didn't miss any. Okay. Awesome sauce. Ooh. Let's see. This one here is Orchard. Ooh, this one is falling out. Oh, this is a shimmer. My metallic, rather. Did y'all see my community post where I posted a picture of my my leggings where that where that purple and the purple paint on the palette fell on my lap? This one here is Knox. It's a pretty shade. That's Knox. This one is Frantic. I like this shade. Actually, I like them all. This is Frantic. The one next to it is Willow. Is that? Yeah, this is Willow. I almost didn't see this shade. I forgot which one that was. This is Willow. For those who blend out a shade with a shade, that would go nicely. This here is Pallas is P-A-L-L-A-S. And again, we're going through all the marbled side, the black side, and the pink. It might look white on your end, but over here it looks like a white pinkish shade with the black. And this is what that looks like. Y'all see how easy this is? I mean, it's just like, they're so smooth. Thank you for the hearts. That's pretty. That's pretty. The one next to it is Proxima. This shade. This has a shift because on here it's looking pink. On here it looks, when I look over this way, I'm seeing like a greenish gold. But when I look where you are, it looks pink. So let's see what it do. This is one of the ones that people will complain about. Because they're like, oh, you don't really see the shifts. So if you're into the shift, shine, shimmer, shimmer, you will not like these. But for me, like, this is perfect. So you see the green, and then you see the pink. This would be for people who don't want a lot of color. Thank you for the flowers. Is that what that is? For people who don't like a lot of color, but they just want a little something. This would be great for a one and done. Because it's like, is it there, is it not there? Or my complexion anyway, because right here you don't really see it. But then you turn a certain way, and it's like, is that green? Thank you for the hearts. And the next one is Cascade. This is Cascade. And because I have so many, you will notice that some stuff is kind of similar. And this is Night Call. And I didn't care because they do serve a purpose. I don't want to go over that scar, which it wouldn't matter if I did. But the scar is discolored. And I don't want to make the color, the shadow look different than it is. So that is Night Call. So again, this is Motley. So if y'all like, you know, kind of just rustic, moody kind of palette, these are the tones. And I like it. So I got shadow on my shirt. This one is my Martine Cosmetics Mission XXX Inspired. I put this together just from eyeballing the shades. And then when I did the look, I'm like, this don't look like that. Because some of these do have some shifts and some don't. So my Mission XXX Inspired palette. This is Exosphere, so I'm not going to swatch that because we did that already. This is Biome. I think we already did that one. And Rise from the Ashes, we already did that one. Okay, so let's get with what we are going to swatch. This is Cryptic. This shade. This is pretty. Seems to have like a yellow base to it. Because here I see yellow here and then I see green here. That's pretty. I am back. Okay, had a phone call. Oh no! Sorry to hear that. We're going to skip Biome because we did that already. This is Arsenic. I think this one is self-explanatory. It's just what it is. Oh no, it's not. I thought it was white. This sucker is pink. That's kind of pinkish. Lavenderish? Pinkish? Thanks. Please send good thoughts. Yes, everyone send good thoughts to Alexandra's grandfather. Send love and good vibes. Oh no. I love this palette, to be honest. I will write these shades down, girl. Or text or message me later and say, send me the Mission XXX inspired shadow names. This one is Ether, Aether. Did we skipped this corner shade. We skipped that. We're going to go back to that. This is Ether. Making sure it's a metallic. This is pretty. Sometimes when I do this, I can see the shift because how my skin moves. So this is another subtle one. Backtrack to Herbivore. That's a matte, so we're going to put that down here. This is good for me, for my, I'll just say this area, excuse me for smacking, my transition area. Because it's not really bold. That's this shade right here. Sending all good love and juju to Alexandria. Thank you, Portia. Oh, you're taking this with you and walking your dog? Okie dokie. Excuse me. This is Helio. Ooh. And a lot comes up. You don't need to press hard. Where are we going? This is Helio. This is what Chrome Yellow should have did from that MAC Hi-Fi palette. It don't pick up and it don't put down. It's just there to look like it's a color in the palette. But that shade is unworkable. Cool, Janet. We went on a walk earlier. It was nice out. It's like 69 degrees outside here. We did have another thunderstorm the other day. And it cooled temperatures down a lot. So when I went out to go get my mail, I was like, yeah, this is what's up. We're not swatching this one. This is Exosphere. We swatched that already. And that has that shift to it. Looking at this one right here. And we swatched Rise from the Ashes. Because that's in another palette. That's just a... Might be that one. I'm not sure. So we're coming down here. This one is Numb. I am numb. Where we're going to put you. That's pretty. It's basic, but it's pretty. I just love these shades. I just love them. Oh, I got to take out some more. All the ones I had took out long. Did we do Night Long already? Because that sounds familiar. Did we do Night Long? I'm going to skip it for now. Let me know if that sounds familiar to y'all. And if we didn't, then we'll backtrack. This is Unearthed. Unearthed. The ones in your chest have that dusty but colorful look. I like that. Yeah, it does. It really does. Yeah. This is good for me also for a blend out shade or a transition shade. That's this one. Yeah, especially if it's like a brown or something like that. Where are we at? I almost didn't see it. Yeah, I agree with you. But they do what I want them to do. I mean, it's just... Lethal just works for me. Yeah. And that's really something too, is like the mattes are like, yeah, the colors are nice, but then these shimmers though, and I do think it's a good match, because do you want popping mattes when you have like popping shifty metallics? You know what I mean? This one here is mycelium. We have that somewhere else. I don't know if we swatched already. Does Night Long sound familiar to anybody? If it doesn't, we will swatch it. So this is shifty. You can see it's darker back here than up here. So that's the shift in that one. Subtle, but it's pretty. All right, so nobody's saying. So let's back up to Night Long. I really feel like we did this. I only own 2 lethal single shades and a blush. I don't have any palettes. Almost bought the Dexter collab, but don't wear a lot of red or black. Yeah. Well, this is your opportunity. This is Night Long. We didn't do that. I don't have no bold blue anywhere else on my face. So it must be in another palette. Oh, this is bright. Yeah, we don't have that anywhere. All right, so that's this palette. My Mission Triple X inspired. My thumb is starting to feel sore. Uh-oh. Skinny Queen! Not in the skinny jeans! You're on your husband's phone because you think your phone hates me because my comments aren't going through. Oh, that's rude. I gave all of my lethal away, but I seem to do that a lot. You do, Janet. One of Grace's videos, and you was like, and you had wrote, you had that palette, and I almost commented like, what? You didn't declutter that one too? And I'm like, let me just, let me chill out. All right, now we're gonna go to Candyland. Do I need to wipe some of this off? Let's see how many shimmers are in here. There are 5 shimmers. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. So this one, Candyland, we swatched Equinox already. I do remember that one. That might be this one. I don't know. No, this is Queen, because that was that 5-pan palette. It's not that one, because I would have remembered it that soon. It might be one of these. If it's one of these, it would be this one, because this is brighter. So we're not going to swatch that one. Unless one of y'all did something to hide me. Hide you, Skinny Queen? You famous here. No, we wouldn't do that. So this one is Plitvice. Sounds weird, I know. Plitvice. And it's kind of marble too, so we're going to just go all around it, and it's going to just be green. I watch it be like some other color. Plitvice. After this, we're going to wipe these off of my face. Try rewording. And sometimes YouTube does just be acting. We're going to do all the shimmers and then go back and do the mattes. This one is Overdrive. Y'all, this one is really bright for me when I put it on my inner, like in here, this area here. What did I say this was? Overdrive. Overdrive. That's pretty. Actually, I think all of them are pretty. I keep trying not to say that because I'll be saying it. Did anyone have to leave ever? Nope. I talked myself out of them. Those on your wish list. If you're going to get them, better get them. If you're in the United States, you better get them. The 20th is when they're going to stop shipping to the United States. So if you want them, get them. This one is Untamed. That's this one. This has yellow in it or gold in it. It's like a purple with a gold. Yeah, so I see the purple and then I see the gold. When I do this, I see gold and purple. When I go this way, I see gold and then a light purple. And this is perfect for me. Like, I'm not all about the high shine, shimmer, and all of that, but or like the bold shifts, and probably because I put like 3 or 4 to 5 shades on my lid, so you're not really going to see the shifts anyway. Hello, Asma. Hey, Kay. We're swatching all of my lethals, and the timing has me tripping. They're going to stop shipping to the United States temporarily, they say, on the 20th. And so I said at the beginning of this live, have a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil, and write down the palettes that I swatch, because I am saying the names and I'm saying the names of the shadows. Write down the ones you think you might want. And the reason I was saying to write down the name of the palette is like if you want me to go back later to re-swatch something or to compare something. And so if you want to get something, Kay, from Lethal, you better get it on the 20th at the latest. But I'm like, the timing, like me doing this today. This one is Mainframe. Mainframe. This is shade. I shouldn't have put that there. Don't be looking at my nose. That's Mainframe. All right, that's done. So we're going to do these mattes, and then we're going to wipe all of this off. This one is Relapse. This is another kind of grungy green, yellow, mustard. I don't know. Can y'all see these okay down here? This one is Willow. Why am I thinking we did Willow already? Does that look like something else? I feel like we did that. But all of them are familiar to me because I just used them all in that series not too long ago. I'm looking at what else is on my chest. I'm wondering if this is Willow, even though this is a little more red. Let's just keep going because we got a lot to do. This one is Cyanus. And that's this one. The one next to it is Foxglove. Foxglove. That's that one. That's done. This one, this orange one and this one, these are UV reactive. And I didn't get them for that. I just got it because I like the shade. This one is Thorn. That's Thorn. This one here is Monarch. I still need to edit the pictures from when we used the UV paints the last time. This one in the middle is Wilted. And this looks like some of those other lighter browns that we have. This is Wilted. It ain't there. Yes, we can see you now. We can see you, Skinny Queen. So that's Wilted. This is a good buff out shade for me. We're gonna try something with my new, where did I put the flashlight? Okay. All right. I didn't even charge this yet. Don't be afraid of the dark. We're gonna see with these UV. Oh shit, I meant to turn that light off. Yeah, so y'all see the two UV reactive ones. Yeah. Ooh, pretty, pretty. I guess it's good that I didn't turn that off because we would have been really sitting in the dark. Turn these lights back on. We can see you. Can you see me now? Can you see me now? I can't find a way to switch the website to USA or English. Ooh, I can't help you. I don't know either. And so this is Candyland. I'm gonna put that away. Take out my Neutrogena wipe. I'm gonna wipe all this off. This isn't as crazy as I thought, because I'm like, how? Excuse me. How are we going to get all of these on? And we still have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we went through 5, and plus the one that only had the 5 shadows in it. So when somebody asked me, like, do these work without me spraying the makeup remover on it from Scandinavia? And I said, yes, it does. Like, y'all see this. It just wipes right off. I just have a habit of doing that. And it's not necessary at all. Not at all. Do I have color under my chin? Probably from when, yeah. Let me do my iconic greeting, everyone. Pretend you didn't see me. What? Ooh, some of these shades on the lethal side. Hi, it's me. You have done that before, and I laughed when you did that too. I was like, that is funny. Like, she is funny. This is already dry. And you know what? I have my fan over here, so it's like I don't need to use a paper towel, because all this is going to do is probably irritate my skin because I'm wiping and swiping. All right, y'all. Let's get back to business. There was a little bit left. I'm going to put on some more serum. Y'all funny. And this is the only thing I had on my face earlier, because I'm like, y'all know my skincare is expensive. I'm like, I'm not doing full skincare knowing I'm gonna turn on and just wipe it off and then put some more swatches on it and wipe those off. So after we finish all of this, I'll do a full thing. Maybe I'll wait till after I take my shower. That might be what I do. All right. 669 dupe palette. Martine Cosmetics 669 dupe palette. What lethal? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, was somebody talking about something else? Oh, any suggestions? Are you, because she did ask if anybody got the, damn it, the avatar stuff. Was that what it was? She had asked about that. So maybe that's what she's still talking about. Do we have any suggestions for the avatar stuff? I didn't get any. I'm talking myself out of it. Oh, you got it. It was German. When you're back to the site, it was already set. Sometimes, like, we know our computers, like, save stuff that we do. So this is my Mission XXX 669 dupe palette. And this is a dupe palette versus the Mission, what did I say? My 669 dupe palette, which is a dupe palette, whereas my Mission XXX is inspired by it, because when I did the looks, it did not look the same. For this one, we did a top row here, the top row in 669, they looked very similar. Did this row, did the same row in 669, looked similar. And so did this bottom row. But when I did that with the Mission XXX, I'm like, okay, I can't call it that. So I just tacked on inspired by, because it did not look the same. This one only has 4 shimmers in it. And some of these we have in other palettes. So that'll go by quick. This is Wilderness. We did that already, didn't we? Does that sound familiar to y'all? I'm over here trying not to laugh because my nephew is recording a video and he's playing a Roblox game. And he tried to buy a dress-up theme and he speaks like he's talking to a group of people. At least he's playing the game and not just like sitting there by himself talking to other people. Because then it'd be like, who you see? And he just said, "Opie, 1 second, guys. I just got called poor." That is funny. Did we do Wilderness already? I'm feeling like we really did. This is Wilderness. I really think we did. So this is Wilderness. Oh, because it didn't let him buy it. This is wilderness. This one is fauna. We already swatched that earlier. This is nocturnal. We have that in another palette, but I wanted it in this one. And they always sell out of nocturnal, and they always sell out of transmutation. And I was waiting for them to come back in stock. So this is nocturnal, because I wanted that dark brown in here, and of course the black in here. So that's nocturnal. This is, we did Habitat earlier, so we're not going to swatch that again. This is Nightless. I feel like we swatched that. If y'all remember it, let me know, and if y'all don't, then I'll go ahead and swatch that again. This one is Catatonic. This is really the only brand I don't care. I have dupes of some of the shadows. This is Catatonic. This is good for me for my transition area. And this is Unearthed. Why do I feel like we did that already? This palette is full of dupes. Unearthed. That's how I know he's my nephew. He's dramatic like me. That is funny. This one is Frantic. Why is my pinky up like that? And then it'll get stuck and I'll be like, oh, it hurts. But this is Frantic. That's what that looks like. Is that it for that? This one is Nightless. I do know we did Nightless. I think, oh, we just did that row. This is Rise from the Ashes. We did that one. This is Exosphere. I think we did that. That's the purple. Yeah, I almost poked myself in the eye. The purple and the blue Exosphere. This is Event Horizon. So it's orange and then it's not. So it's this color and then it's that color. So we're going to start this up here. I love these black based multi-chromes and dual chromes. So you see like that fiery orange, and then you see that. That is pretty. Even just this right here looks orange here and then green over there. And then here. I love it. Where are we at? I think that's it for this one. Oh, Transmutation. This is matte black. Bam. In your face. In your face. I love it. So this is my Mission, no, my Martine Cosmetics 669 dupe palette. I kept the paper from their palette. It says 669. I'm sure it's backwards on your end. And on this side it says Abracadabra, bitch. I love it. I love that they own it. Like, that's their vibe. They own it. They gonna say what they want to say. This one is Anxiety, because I was anxious about using it, because one shade when I used it was, I knew it was dark when I saw it, but I wasn't ready for it, and it just got away from me, and so I was anxious after that to use it, and so that's why the members named this one Anxiety. And the shade that we're talking about is this shade right here, which is Dark Matter. Excuse me. So you see how it was that color, and then like just this, so pretty, so pretty, so pretty. This is Idol. So are any of you seeing any that are, oh shit, I didn't see the black one there. Let me clean this out. So are any of you seeing anything that's enticing you? I'm trying to get this black out of here. Okay, here we go. I'm actually just kind of scraping. Man. Oh, okay, this is, okay. Yo, that black is strong. I think we got most of it out. Yeah, I was digging in there, y'all. All right, so Idol. This is bright like how I think it was Untamed. We want to put that here. That is bright. That is like blinding bright. You see that? Oh my gosh. Whoa. Walk over, puppy didn't come. Ah. It started thundering, so he needed to wedge himself under the bed. Aww. Do I need proof of life? I believe you. And I laugh now at your Instagram pictures because now the dog be in different poses. Where before it was always just that one looking straight ahead, like that was so funny. Because then your dog even gave me proof of life. I'm like, this is so funny. I leave for 3 minutes, eat popcorn. I come back and we already a rainbow zebra. Where are we at? Heather. This shade right here. And that looks shifty because it doesn't look like a flat pink, but we'll see. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, that's pretty. It's a subtle shift, but it's pretty. Ooh, so I see blue, a little purple, and then that pink. This one is Nebula. This is pretty because this is a bold color. I'm seeing green on here, and I'm seeing green where I look where you are, but when I look over here, I see blue. This is kind of, I can never get y'all to see what I see. This is kind of what I see, but I'm going to put that over here. I need to do it longer so you can see the shift. So let's do this. Y'all, these blend out so easily. Like, y'all see this? It's a little bit of blue in there. That's nice. It looks like a shifty shade. That's what my mom called them. A shifter shade. Yeah. Yeah, so here I am seeing more of like that forest green kind of blue, and then it turns bright. This one is Dahlia. Come on down. You're the next contestant on swatching all these damn shadows. So what did I say? Dahlia. Nice little pinky shade. That's Dahlia. That's done. This is Trespass, another brown. Y'all like, girl. Did y'all see what? P. Louise. They came out with this monstrosity of a wedding palette. This is, what is it? This is Terminus. Why is that? Why is that looking like it had black on it? So I used the other side and took it out. I don't know what be happening. I don't know. It's a monstrosity of all brown tones, but it is inclusive because they have like 3 rows of lighter tans and then 3 rows of tans and then 3 rows of brown. So it is, this is Terminus, and so it is inclusive. I just don't see why one person would get that unless they were a pro MUA, because there's like no way you need all of those browns and tans. And some people were commenting that they had it and they loved it. This is Event Horizon. And I'm just like, and one I think they said was like cool tone and one was warm tone, and I'm just like, whatever. Who needs all them damn tans? But I will say this, if you had that, that would be the only tans and browns you needed ever. This is pretty. Look at that. Look at that. I like that. Skinny Queen said that palette was horrendous. I thought the Pride palette was huge. I'm just like, this damn thing, like, who? But that would be all the browns and tans you would ever need. And what would be messed up if the PAO was only, you like this palette? Yeah, this is my anxiety palette. This one is Dark Matter, the one that had me feeling really anxious. But after I used it the second and third time, I wasn't anxious anymore. Just that first time it got away from me, and so I was intimidated to use it. This is creamy. I don't know if y'all can see like the brush marks in it. This is really creamy. Thank you, Portia. Portia joined. Because you have received one of the gifted ones, I do think. But thank you for joining. Y'all, look at... Ooh. Thank you, Portia. Portia is now an official member of the Crazy Troll Nation. Y'all. In this way, it looks like this one, but this one turns whatever color that is, and this turns that color. Thank you so much, Portia. You didn't realize you had lapsed, and you were like, wait, let me support my girl. I appreciate it. That green pop scared you, but yeah, you remember. So when I had used this for the very first time, Because y'all know I use these a lot, especially if I'm doing like one shade here, one shade here, one shade here, one shade here, and one shade here, because these are thin. They're thinner. I messed around and I did an inner corner shade. I went like this, the hourglass number 3. I put it on my lid. I was like, oh fuck. Like, I was like, I wasn't ready. I'm like, that's just too much damn space. And you see when I blend it, right, it just travels. So I was trying to blend out the edges, and it was just, look at it. I was just like, and that look is busted, and I posted it anyway. Why? Because we don't scrap looks over here in these troll streets. But I was intimidated to try it again. But it was because I used this brush, which is wide, versus the smaller Esom brush. But y'all, this took over my entire, because I had put it here, but it ended up like oh man. I didn't use it until they named it for me, and then I used it. And I'm like, oh, okay, we cool now, because now I know. But I was really scared to like use that again. But I love that shade. Love that shade. Hashtag Crazy Troll Nation. Is this palette available on Lethal? Did you? All of these are BYOPs. Every one I'm showing you are palettes I put together. And so that's why I'm saying what the palette is. Not that that's the name that it came in, but that's what my members helped me name it. And that's why I was saying, if it's something you like, write down the palette name and the shade name in case you want me to go back and compare it to something else. Like if you want to put a palette together, say, hey, can you go to Candyland and pull out this shade and that shade just to see like on my complexion what it would look like if you want to build it. But yeah, these are all BYOPs, build your own palettes, create your own custom palettes. People say it different ways. This one is Spawn. And I was going to put it here because this looks really nice with these. This is Spawn. I stopped because Transmutation and Nocturnal are in here, and we just watched them from the other palette. That's why it's iconic. She put it together. When I did the Mission Triple X one, some of y'all were like, I would buy that. Y'all were like, y'all should. Was that you, Janet? That was like, contact the brand and see if they would do that. Because sometimes they will do a BYOP like on their end, and then they'll post it so you can just see how you can put palettes together. And one of you was like, you should contact the brand and send that to them. And I did do it, but I don't remember who it was. For some reason, I'm thinking it's Janet. But if it's not you, I apologize. This one is Trespass. I feel like we did that before. But some of y'all were like, I would buy that. So this is Trespass. This is Nocturnal. We already did that. That's that dark brown. And this is Transmutation and Matte Black that we already did. No, it wasn't you. I'm trying to think of who it was. Excuse me for smacking. I wonder if it was Nina. Because I know it wasn't Grace. I know it wasn't Janessa. But somebody's like, you should contact the brand. So we got three more to do. So is anything piquing your interest, anybody's interest, like, yeah, I think I'm gonna put together a palette, this shade, that shade, or y'all just like, they cute. And she's not here. This is Rainbow Sherbet, and I credit that to Janessa. Because she has said, because somebody said sherbet and somebody else said rainbow sherbet, because that's what they said the palette reminded them of, rainbow sherbet. And Janessa put a joke in the chat. She said, what did Ernie say when Bert said such and such? And I'm like, I don't know. And she said, sure, Bert. I said, you know what, Janessa, that's going to be the title. So the title of this palette is Rainbow Shore-Bert. Sure, Bert. And I always feel like I need to tell that story every time I show this palette. This one is Runic. This shade. Y'all, y'all. Keep in mind my complexion. Like, if you're darker than me, these may pop more on you than on me, especially like these lighter tones. This, I think, is going to be bold regardless. So if you have fair skin, I don't know if you want that. Because that's just like... Unless you do it as an eyeliner. I think that would be really nice because this will pop. I mean, it pops on me. So if you're really fair, that's going to be like, what the hell? Is this one done? Yeah, that one's done. This is, y'all know what? I say this too every time I go into this palette. This is the one I made up of all clearance shades. And when I put it together, I'm like, this is such a friggin' cohesive palette. And I only purchased each shade because I didn't have them already. And it made a cohesive palette. When I tell y'all that Lethal just works, these were just random shades that I didn't have already. And look at this palette. You would think I put thought into this. No, I purchased each shade because it was on clearance and I didn't have it already. And I'm just like, damn. What? This one is Coven. I really wasn't even thinking of putting them together. I'm like, oh, I don't have this shade. I'll get it. And I laid them out on my kitchen counter and started rearranging. I was like, holy Toledo Batman. Like, this is insane. This looks like something somebody, like they would pre-make and then sell it. This one is Remedy. Yeah, I was really proud of this. Like, damn. Like, because I wasn't even trying. I'm like, oh, I don't have it. I'll get it. This is Remnant. And even though I don't prefer monochromatic looks, that's how I put them in here. So these are all mattes, these are all metallics, and these are all the marble. But if you are really into monochromatic, there you go. There you go. It's already done for you. But I was just surprised. Like, damn, like this is... Guys, you can't tell me that the top right corner shade wouldn't make a great Wicked look. It would. It would. And also for face painting, or if I do shading or something, this would be... Why is this... What the hell did I do? And that's this shade. How is that on my... Okay, whatever. That's this shade. This one. How is that on the back of my... Yeah. I agree. But how is this on the back of my finger? Like... Now we're going to move down to the metallics. This one is Infinity. Infinity? I don't know why I said it like that. Oh, we're doing shimmers on the forehead. These are not shifty. And the marble shades just show up as one color. We have... Never mind. I was going to say we had Black Forest in another palette, but none of these is Black Forest. None of them are. That's kind of bold. Compared to some of the other silvers. How did it get there? Like, and it's like a straight line. Like, how... Who do you think you are? I didn't put you on my finger. I'm like, how? And it's like a straight line. I don't know. And it ain't even coming on me off. This is still wet. So we're going to use that and put it back in the makeup trash. How the hell did that even happen? Yo no sé, amigo. So what did we just do? We just did Infinity. This one is Hyperspace. Oh, I just dug into it too aggressively. Sorry. This is Hyperspace. Oh, damn. Look at that. Ooh. Look at that under that green. If you don't want to be super, super bold, let's see. Put this first after the lid, which is going to pop because that's a bold one. Put this on the center of the lid and put this for your outer corner. Or put this on the inner lid because that's lighter, where this is really bold. So this one, and then this one, and this for outer corner. Yeah. This one is Ariel. I got a shadow on my station. This is where the who, what, when, where, and how is the right question. And I always tell y'all I'm clumsy and uncoordinated, so it ain't no telling like, like what I did. Did I put serum on? My skin is feeling dry down here. That's pretty. It's like a watercolor. That's pretty. This one is Spirit. Do you have spirit? Spirit? Let me ask y'all this question. A lot of these movies and even people, they talk about ghosts being people who passed on, which I don't necessarily believe. I think this one would if somebody didn't want this color on their lid, and that's not from this palette, so I don't. That's not from this palette. But if somebody didn't want a lot of color, I think they would like this as a liner, because some people really don't want color. Just like that big ass wedding bridal palette with 70 something shades of tans and browns. I do, though, this is Firefly. I do believe in spirits. I consider myself a spiritual person. I've seen things, I've heard things personally. And so, but when I say that to people, they're like, oh, I don't believe in ghosts. I didn't say anything about ghosts. I said spirits. Do y'all believe in spirits? And not necessarily like when people say somebody passed on and then they turn into a ghost type of thing. Like, do y'all believe that there's a spiritual realm out here? That's subtle, but it is really pretty. And you know what? I should have swatched them by column, but we're not because we don't match here, just so you can see. Yeah, 50 Shades of Gray. Didn't they call stuff like that beige Becky bullshit? That's pretty. That is pretty. Okay, this will pop on you, on your complexion. Sean says spirits are magic and he doesn't believe in magic. I know he don't. I saw the video he was in. I was just like, okay. Like, okay. I'm going to use this one that's sitting over here because we only use these two for something else. Alexandra believes in spirits. I believe in all sorts of things. Yeah. This one is Great Barrier, and I am going all the way around it because it is marbled, but regardless of where I go in it, it always just comes out one shade. So this is that shade. That's pretty. And the other side, we're going to, this is Mariana Trench. And so we're doing the black side and then the blue side. And there's some pink up here. We're going to just get it all. And that's this shade. That's a nice combination too. First half of the lid, second half of the lid. Or the lid and put this for outer corner or outer V. That's nice. Or first half of the lid, second half of the lid, and then take that black for outer V or outer corner. And this one is Noodle. Noodle. I don't know why I said that like that, excuse me. I'd be tripping. And so this is that one. This whole palette was clearance shadows. And what I was kind of thinking, like, why didn't they put some of this stuff down? Like, they're clearance section now. And I'm like, that ain't clearance stuff. Skinny Queen said, I believe in spirits, but I decay about the spirit realm. But maybe I'm just supernaturally blind. So how do you believe in spirits, but not a spiritual realm? Like, where would they be? And of course, you don't have the answer. I'm just like, where would the spirits go? Like, where would they be? So this is the Rainbow Shore Bird palette. Excuse me for that glare. So these are those shades. Is anything piquing your interest, or are y'all just here for the swatches and y'all like, ow, my elbow hit the table. Sorry if I shook y'all. Hey, Joe, how are you? Ugh. I already had it scheduled, Joe, to swatch all my Lethal BYOPs today. And today is when Lethal Cosmetics put on their Instagram after the 20th, they're not shipping to the U.S. anymore. And so that timing just has me kind of like, damn, like for me to do this on the same day they say that. So y'all have 2 days to place y'all order. But I was just like, what? This is these shades are from Night Flower palette, and 4 of these shades are from Teresa is Lethal palette. How do I know that? Because I'm a label whore. So Night Flower and Teresa's Lethal, and I have a plus sign in front of the Teresa is Lethal name and the shadows. This is Teresa's Lethal. This is Teresa's Lethal. This is Teresa's Lethal. And this one. So wait a minute, what I do? These four, 1, 2, 3, 4 are from Teresa is Lethal. The other shades are from the Night Flower palette. Because I wasn't really all in with all the shades from both of them. And I'm like, I'm going to mix them. And so that's what's in here. You just placed the order at several different companies today. Oh, before I forget, Scott Barnes is having 35% off on his website. That man be with these sales. So I'm like, is that like an omen that you just need to stay shut down from when you shut down before and now you came back, but you're selling the same stuff that you were selling before? And it was like, he was like, oh, we're going to do this and it's going to be great and we're going to have these great products and it's selling the same shit that he had before. I'm thinking though, I remember I had Joe going to get a car with shipment of makeup. So I was thinking of getting a blush palette, which I had before. All the shades didn't suit me, but it's not supposed to suit you. It's supposed to be, it's geared towards multiple people. So you can still try to use them all. But like one row from because the blush palette was 6 blushes and 2 highlighters. The one row, everything was ashy on me. And I never did get a sculpt palette. But what I was thinking, since they're 35% off, to get one of each for my kit. And the reason I'm saying that is I did get the Blend Bunny blush palette, which is gorgeous. I did a quick quality check. Everything's good. Closed it up, wrapped it back up. And then the next day I purchased their blush topper palette. But I don't want to open them to use them because most of the makeup I do at events is very seldom somebody is full face makeup. They might just say, oh, an eyeshadow look or a stencil or a face paint with actual face paints. And so I don't want to start using the Blend Bunny, which I do really think I would like that formula better than Scott's. But I don't want to have it in my kit and use it once in a while. The PAO was 12 months. And so after that, I would just keep it for myself. Whereas if I get the Scott, I'm like, yeah, I'll put that in there. Because the quality was okay. I'll just say it was okay. Whereas the Blend Bunny, I'm looking at that like, well, not looking at mine like that, but I'm looking at, swatches and reviews, and Janessa speaks highly of it. And so I'm like, I kind of want to keep that for special stuff or for when I have a steady stream of individual clients and I'm using blush more often. You know what I mean? And so, that's my thought behind that. And them being 35% off would help. But yes, I'll probably do that today, later on tonight. This would be a good thing too. Like this one with, that's probably the row that it's in. But this, and then that one. Yo, these are nice. Where are we at? Oh, we didn't start this one yet. I am nosy too, so I'm glad you asked. Yeah, Joe, what did you get? Where did you shop from? What did you buy? Oh my goodness, I was going to say it wrong. Michelle, are you writing down a lot of names and stuff? Because your lights be turning off and I pay my electric bill. Okay, wait a minute. Let me back up. Not to pique my interest. Okay. Let me do it, Alex. Your lights are turning off? Like, is it storming where you are? They probably just wandering around in our world and we can't see them. When I say I've seen some stuff, y'all, oh my word. And you know what, my mom did too. My mom did too, because I remember her telling me about something a few times. And when I was younger, I used to be walking down the street and I would hear somebody call my name and I would look back and there wouldn't be nobody there. And I'm just like, Yeah, I've always been weird, y'all. And it used to happen like quite a bit. And I was more sensitive when I was younger. And I think because I got corrupted by the world. So I didn't have that same innocence that I had back then. But that's my theory. I don't know. But yeah, I would hear something call my name. I would look, it would never be nobody there. And one day I said it to my mom. I said, Mom, sometimes I'll be walking, I hear somebody call my name, and I look back, there's nobody there. And you know what she told me? Without skipping a beat. She says, don't answer them. They can't hurt you. That was her reply. And that stuck. And y'all know I be forgetting what day of the week it is, but that stuck with me. Like, things that stick with me always be weird shit. Or it's just like a funny story about something. Instead of her being like, what do you mean you be hearing somebody call you, nobody there? She was like, don't answer them. They can't hurt you. And I was like, oh, okay. I just went about my business. But looking back, I'm like, you would have thought, like, what you mean you be hearing somebody call you? She was like, don't answer them, they can't hurt you. That's all she said. I was like, okay. Went about my day. So that tells me, too, that she's had experiences, too, other than the ones that she would tell me about. But, but when I mention spirits, people automatically go, I'm like, I'm not talking about ghosts. I'm not talking about people coming and going back. And also something else, and I'm not going to stay on this because I know we all believe different things. Because there are people who believe, when you die, your spirit go to heaven, you want to be with Jesus, right? But then you have other people that are like that same person, like the dude whose mom, well, I had two dudes whose mom passed away. The most recent one, the one who had moved down south, and then she wasn't returning my calls, and then when she got sick, she contacted me. He was like, oh, I know she's in heaven and she's with Jesus. And I'm like, oh, okay. But then he'll tell me, he was like, oh, I went to her church and I felt her spirit and I know she was with me. And I'm thinking like, okay, so for a Christian, if you die and your spirit go be with Jesus and it is so wonderful, why would you come back down here? I mean, I don't mean to laugh, but that's what I be thinking about. Like, why would you leave paradise and come back down here? That's just what I be asking myself. Like, different orders. So I just be like, and no shade if any of you believe it, but that's just a question I be asking. Like, why would you leave paradise and come back down to this hellhole? Like, I don't understand, but there's a lot of stuff I don't understand. So yeah, Joe, what'd you get? Cosmic brushes. I have never heard of that one. Narimi, flower notes, never heard of that one. Jolie, I have heard of. I don't think I heard of Jolie. I think I'm thinking of Angelina Jolie. And some Temu. Temu stuff, the prices are going up, Joe. Because I had purchased something from them because it was way cheaper than Amazon. And now when I do cost comparisons, sometimes the Temu stuff costs more than the Amazon stuff. And I'm just like, when that happened? And what annoys me is they do have local warehouses, United States warehouses, but some of them you have to order $25 worth of stuff for it to ship from that warehouse. And because there's so many different warehouses, like the stuff I showed y'all earlier, I purchased a bunch of stuff and it's coming in 3 different orders. A few weeks ago, I ordered 4 things. Each item was a separate order. So 4 items, and I had 4 different orders, 4 different shipments because it was coming from different warehouses. But I'm just like, how now y'all stuff is more than Amazon? Some stuff. Stuff is happening and stuff is changing. Did we even start this? We didn't even start this one yet. Like we probably walk in, Ariana, the spirits are just like, hello, I'm right here. And we just don't hear anything. We're just like, Joe got a lot of stuff coming. I know Jen Terrace made me pull the trigger on several things. Yeah, and that's why I'm like, if y'all want something from Lethal, y'all better get it now because, and even though they said they're working on, they're saying it's temporary and they're saying they're working on it, but I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. And they do get a lot of money from U.S. consumers. So I know they want to come back, but I'm just like, you thought that too, Dion. Yeah, it's like, why? I wouldn't come back down here. I know the price compared this time because some didn't seem so cheap. Yeah. So when I was running out of lipstick applicators, I went on Temu. I'm like, let me get these now because I did notice like 3 orders ago when I ordered them, I noticed the price started going up. So I'm like, you know what? I'm always going to be using lipstick applicators. I'm always going to be using sponge tips. I'm like, I'm going to just buy a shitload now. Because I know I've been using them. Even now, like how many did we use today? I mean, I bought because I believe in God, but I also believe There can be, and maybe other powers out there as well. Same for me, Alexandra. Same for me. And that's why I say I'm a spiritual person. I do identify as a Christian, but I consider myself a spiritual person, not a religious person. Because anything traditional is a religion. I religiously brush my teeth twice a day. I religiously take a shower every day. You know what I mean? And so to me, religion is more tradition. Like, this is what you do, this is what you follow, versus me considering myself a spiritual person. There's nothing telling me except my own heart, my own conscience, saying this is the right thing to do, or this is what you do, type of thing. They need to find out if they need as consumers. Oh, they do, because we, United States, we be spending money. Brokers, the United States is right now. So we be spending money. We still didn't swatch not one of these. This is a Lure. I need to clear some space. There's a lot of shimmers in here too. This is a Lure. This is a really basic shade, but some people like basic. This, when I look in the mirror, I'm seeing pink right here. And when I look this way, I see yellow. And on my face, I'm seeing, yeah, there's the yellow. And there's the pink, or like the lavenderish. Wow. Okay. And this is one of them shades, not this shade in particular, but this is what they would complain about. Oh, it doesn't have that deep shift. It's not really noticeable. Then don't buy it. Damn it. But then, you know, some people do buy stuff just to be like, is it really that bad? Are the shifts really that weak? But for me, it works. And maybe because I put like 5 shades on the lid, so you ain't going to see the shift anyway unless you... The best way to use multi-chromes and dual chromes is 1, 2 at the most on the lid, because it needs space for the light to bend off of it to see the shifts. So if I do 1, 2, 3, 4 shades, you're just going to see that base shade. You're not necessarily going to see the shift because you need a line. You need space. And that's why I'm doing the metallics and on my face in case it does have a shift, and just on the mattes here because they're just going to look how they look. Trust me, you don't need another reason to buy makeup. Oh man, I do think I'm gonna get the Scott Barnes ones though, because the blush. Why did I start yelling? The blush and highlight one, that will take the place of that OMA blush palette, which does work, but I'm not proud to sit that out because the packaging is cheap as hell. But that'll replace that. And the Scott Barnes Sculpt palette, that'll replace the NYX one. The NYX one in PAO is only 6 months. So that's on its way out anyway. Unless I keep it for me, but then I'm like, I don't want it for me. So this one is, when I'm doing this to see if it's color on it. Because if it's a dark color, like I can't see it. This one is Hive Mind, and this is from Teresa's Lethal palette. I don't know if they sell her shadows separate, because I don't think I've seen them separate. Where are we at? This is Hive Mind from her palette. Yeah, I don't know if they sell her stuff as singles. They still have their mystery bag thing. You want to come down here to Aurora. This has pink in it. But I'm not going to get the mystery bags. I remember every year I would get 2, but when I'm looking at reviews, they're talking about the 7-Up palette. And I'm like, I got those last year. And I decluttered. I gave 1 bag away for a giveaway, and 1 I kept, well, box rather. And I ended up decluttering it and gave it to Janessa. So I'm like, I'm not going to order 2 more and get the same palette. So I'm not ordering any this year. That's nice. So, but those are still on sale. Somebody was like, one of the comments, they said they sent me 5 single shadows. They should have sent the palette for me to put it in. I'm like, that's a good point. Because usually I do get at least 2 shadows. But to receive 5 shadows, send them a damn 6-pan palette with that. So she was like, it's hard to use with nothing to put of it. I'm just like, so they didn't think that through. If you're going to send 5 shades, send them a 6-pan palette. I was just like, what? This one is Night Long. We swatched that earlier. I do remember that one. This is Midnight. I don't think we swatched the Midnight before. So we're going to put that here. And they blend so effortlessly. Like, look at this. Like, they're just... They look very similar. What is that? Did I do that one already? That had to be another palette because there's not another light purple in here. They looked very similar. And that one was Midnight. Really? This one here is Even Fall. And it's always interesting. And I know they say don't talk about religion, don't talk about politics. But to me, it's interesting. Like, why we can't just have a conversation? Like, not you guys, but just like in general. Excuse me. And especially if you call each other friends or you say you cool, then why can't we just talk about whatever we want to talk about? This is Even Fall. Why does this look like something else we swatched too? That's pretty. Oh, okay. So it's purple here, and then this is a duochrome. These two, I'm like, what? This one is a little bit lighter. This one is a little bit darker, but they're still like super close. Super, super close. All right, so we're going to get into these mattes. This one is Space Duster. Y'all know that's from Teresa because she be naming stuff. Space Duster. This reminds me of Numb. I think this might be a little darker than Numb. That was a pale gray. Yeah, the Native American traditions and beliefs make a whole lot of sense to me. Yeah. They do. They do. Yo, it's this guy on YouTube. He's indigenous. I don't always say Native American because they were here before America was called America. So I just say indigenous peoples who are the original peoples of the land. But I get why people say that because they're like, well, what else do we call them? And so he does a lot of shorts and he plays guitar too. I haven't watched any of his music videos. Well, not music, but he'll just sit and play a song. But his shorts are, he'll just be looking at you and it'll be like text, like up here to read. And he might be like, and it's always something about colonization or, what holiday? We just had 4th of July. Like he'll just put stuff like, who are the real, whatever. But I'd be like, that's right. Say it. This is Venus Envy. And I think I talked about shallowness before. There's always comments about, oh, he is just so handsome. I'm like, what that got it? Did y'all read what he wrote? And some of the stuff that he puts up there is like really like, wow. Like, yeah, this is really it. And so, but all you can do is just comment on how he looked. Like, are you even paying attention? But that's one of my pet peeves. Because people get upset unexpectedly. True, but if you're cool with somebody, I think you should be able to have conversations about whatever. But yeah, and I do agree with you. Some people don't manage their emotions very well, or they feel attacked or condemned or judged if you don't believe what they believe. I'm like, we're just conversating. Like it ain't none of this. Is conversating. But this is Moonbeam. Yeah, people are just making sure I don't have nothing right here. This is Moonbeam. This would be an eraser shade for me, but I would have to make sure I blend it out because y'all see it does show up. This might be good for under my brow bone if I want to do a matte instead of a shimmer because it does kind of almost want to blend away, but you can still see that's a little dusty. What is this one called? Space Duster. No, it's not. We're down here, right? This is Moonbeam. Okay. We're going to come over to here. This one, Specimen 3 is this one. Yeah, I'm like, it's just a conversation, dude. Why are you asking all these questions? Because I just want to understand. Like, can we just talk? Apparently not. Okay, I'll see you later. I'm not talking to you anymore. Not about anything of any significance anyway. Did I use that side? No. So this, oh, we only got one more down here. No, wait. Midnight, we swatched Midnight already somewhere else. Yeah, we did these already. We did the shimmers first, the metallics first. This is Nox. N-O-X. Nox. This feels dry. How long did I have this? Oh, the PAO was December last year. But watch how it worked. Watch me work. Okay, I ain't mad at you. Do we have any clean side on here? So this is my Teresa is Lethal and Night Flower palette. And we got one more, y'all. One more. Let me know, like off YouTube, if you're on Instagram, or email me. My email is down below in the description box of every video, like what y'all got, if y'all get anything. Yeah, but I just don't like the thought of skinwalkers. I would be terrified if I saw two of my dogs and one of them was a bad duplication. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, some stuff is like, okay, and other stuff is like, ooh. Yeah, I hear you. Ooh, yeah, yeah. But if they cool with you, they ain't gonna bother you. That's why you just be nice to everybody, because you don't know what's going to happen, where stuff going to come. Just listen to everybody, be respectful, and then, you know, everything will be fine. This is Autumn Vibes. And I did try to put the color story that they named in a palette that looked somewhat what it was. And so that's why that's Autumn Vibes. And that's why this one is Candyland. This is Mission Triple X inspired, because that was like a lot of greens in that palette. Rainbow Orchid. And most of the other ones are just black. So it wasn't too much to do with that. And they sell out of the colorful empty palettes first. And it do just be the black ones. Or ones like this one, which is still black. It's got red spots on it. But they do seem to sell out of the black ones quick. So this is our last one, y'all. We did a lot. And I'm thinking, oh, you know what? I need to wipe some of this off. There's 5, there's 6. Can I count? There's 5 metallics and 7 matte. I think we can get it. Y'all think I could do it? Excuse me. That's a scary thought. Yeah, it'd be like the little poodle. Yeah. So if you see me double checking my dogs every now and then, mind your business. I don't want to be eating in my sleep. I hear you. So this is Autumn Vibes. This one is Backdraft. Let me throw that one away. This is Backdraft. There was a movie called Backdraft. It was actually pretty good. That movie came out so long ago. Backdraft. Y'all look at this shade. Where am I? Backdraft. Very subtle on me. I do think on someone brown that this would pop. But on me, the nose, said Skinny Queen. You need to join, Skinny Queen. And I'm trying to keep stuff, because I do be putting stuff on my nose. Yeah, and that was an old movie too, right? And I remember that. And this one down here is Defiance. Uh-oh. This is Defiance. This is really smooth. This one seemed kind of rough. This one seemed kind of... No, it didn't. This is smooth too. This one is more smooth though. Noticeably more smooth. But this one is smooth too, but this one would just like just glide it right on. That's pretty. Almost like something that could be in a bronze palette. You might have seen it. It was way back, and it was about firemen. This building was on fire, whatever, and they got stuck somewhere. And so sometimes there's a backdraft depending on how the air or the oxygen flows into the room. And so it was this explosion thing and all of that. And you know, one firefighter was stuck under something, and one of his buddies like stayed with him. Thank you, Tanya. Kurt Russell and Stephen Baldwin. Yeah. So one got stuck under equipment, and the other one stayed with him while, you know, stuff was burning down around them. So it's called backdraft because of the actual backdraft. This one is Volant. Volant. Yeah, that was a good... That came out probably like, what, in the 80s, Tanya? The 90s? This ain't look like that. When I look over here, I see red, like a coppery red. And when I look up here, I see like a gold with red in it. This is what I see in person from that shade. Because I'm looking on here like, wait, what? That's why I be looking sometimes like, what is that? Because it looks different when I look over here than it does So that's the dual chrome. So you see the reddish, and then you see that. Pretty. And this one, FRB, we had that somewhere else. I know we have that somewhere else, but that was way back. Yo, this is our, not counting the 6-pan palette with 5 shadows in it. We had 10 of these, and this is the last one. That's pretty. I'll be looking up my nose. And this one is Equilibrium. That sounds familiar too. It's gonna do this across. This is pretty. We did do this one. I tell y'all, I hate dupes in my collection, but with lethal, I don't care. That's how much I just love them, and they work. And they work with the palette that they're in, like the way I put them together. And so I really don't mind. That's bold. Let me look at my nose. You did great with the swatches and two. It's been 2 hours. Fuck. I didn't. Oh my Lord. Okay, let me hurry up. We got Fahrenheit. I didn't even look at the time. That's Fahrenheit. Because I was wondering too, like, this is going to be crazy. But it really wasn't. And probably because, like, when I thought earlier, just do the mattes here and do the face with the metallics for the shifts. So that worked out really well. This one is Catatonic. You know, P. Louise palettes. I cannot see one person really getting a lot of benefit from all of those shades because they're all in the same family. But the entire palette is inclusive. To me, that looks like a pro palette because it is from fairest to the fair, like to the dark. And so I do like how they did that. But I just have a hard time seeing like a person buying it for themselves. But some people did. They're like, oh, I love this palette. And I'm just like, you probably only use like 10 shades out of them 75 something shades. This one is Torment. That would be the perfect palette for Pro. Because you have all your neutrals, all your browns, all your tans. And then just get like an amazing rainbow palette. That's all you need in your kit. That would be it. Remember how full this, both of these were full. This was full, excuse me for the glare. This was full and this was full. But I got more. When I keep those. This is Trespass. I feel like we swatched this one before somewhere. But this is Trespass. And I can't see looking where you are because I see the comments. But over here in the mirror, I can see it. And I'm somewhat straight. Okay. This one is Eden. That was like the Sigma Brown. Why the, ooh. Why, which side is, shoot. Why is Urban Decay keep posting on Instagram? I took that green out of there. They keep posting their palette, and that's a beige Becky bullshit palette too. I'm like, why, what, where were we at? All right, we're over here. This is Eden. What are all these brown beige palettes? But some people love them. But I do feel like us here, for the most part, in the Crazy Show Nation, I do feel like most of us want color, and we love color. But somebody got to be buying it. And Urban Decay had the nerve to show 2 different palettes. I thought they were the same because both of them was beige Becky bullshit, as Janessa would say. No shade if y'all like beige. You guys, it's been fun. You have to go to bed. Gotta be a grown up and go to work tomorrow. Alexandra, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Yes, we do. We do. But it seems like more companies is still, well, not more, but these beige things. This is Insomnia. And people be like, oh yeah, that's a need. I'm gonna have to get that. And I'm like, really? I'm like, why? Like, ugh. Yeah, but we like color here. We like color here. I don't know why I'm turning. It ain't going to change. That's Insomnia. The last one, y'all, is Midnight. And I feel like we did that before. I feel like this was in Velvet Dusk or somewhere. Excuse me. I almost forgot this shade was there. that dusty shade. So we're gonna put this over here. This is Midnight. And y'all see how they blend so well. Like, look at this. Like, lethal just works for me. Y'all, we did, I'll say 110 shadows because some were duplicates. But we got 10 of these. They're 12 pans a piece, which makes 120 shadows. So we went through all of these. So we'll just say 110. And then the 5 that's in here. And y'all, I was somewhat organized. So let me know if, and my suggestion is, like, if you did write stuff down, just kind of sleep on it and then look at them tomorrow night. Go on the website, spend time looking at the ships and all that. And then determining tomorrow what you really want to get and then ordering it on the 20th. That's my suggestion. Because sometimes I'll put a whole bunch of stuff in my cart. And then when I go back and look at it, I'm like, I don't want half of that. Because sometimes I think it's just the excitement of it. But yeah, so just sleep on it and then look on the site. And again, if you do order, use Teresa's code. She said before she doesn't get commission. So I don't know if she gets credit or not. Because like for Notoriously Morbid, I get credit. I don't get financial commission, even though the credit is financial because I can get stuff. And then thank you for those who be using my code so I don't come out of pocket. So I don't know what the setup is with her and Lethal, but yeah. Skinny Queen bought it, but thank you for the hearts. I bought a palette that Skinny Queen that was called Rainbow, but then opened it and they were all different shades of tan. Did you return? Excuse me. Did you return it? That's deceptive. And shades of tan is far from a rainbow because I'm tan. Like, I can't imagine 10 shades of me. Like, why? Did you send it back? Or give it away? That's awful. That name is deceptive. That was not a rainbow. I'm pissed off at that. You did return it? Good. God, that shit. I hope you left a review too. That is awful. How they figure different shades of tan is a rainbow. Y'all, I love these Neutrogena wipes. It's so easy. Look at that. But those were the metallics. These mattes, though, sometimes they want to hang out. Complexion rainbow. But not even all tan. At least the P. Louise had like super light all the way to super dark. But they're all tan. Yeah, I'm turning red from wiping. All tan is not, that's not even a collection rainbow. The deception. I took my not so happy self to Google and gave them 1 star and said they lied to me. That's right. Because people need to know. And some people be like, I never leave a negative review. Like, if I don't like it, I just don't like it. Well, somebody might need to read that. Like, if something is really off, like that was clearly a lie. Like, I would want to read that. Because you'll have, 10 reviews. Oh, this is so perfect, da-da-da. And one person is like, is all shades of tan. I'll be like, oh, hell no, I ain't buying that. That'd be the one I look at. And so people will be like, oh, I don't never leave negative reviews because it's hurting their business. Well, if they're being deceptive or their product is crappy, then, yeah, I don't understand that. Some people are like, I would never leave a bad review because I don't want to mess up their money. So you're going to let consumers mess up their money buying crap. Okay. I won't ask you what you think of anything. All right, y'all. So we did at least 110 eyeshadows, and I'm not looking crazy except for the concealer under my eyes. When I tell you I opened it and thought I was colorblind, I would have thought so too. I would have been like, because y'all know I struggle with color descriptions anyway. I would have asked somebody else, like, what does this look like to you? Like, what colors do you see? Yeah, Janet, right? I will too. And it won't be nasty, but it'll be like, okay, the quality wasn't good. It was chalky. And I go into detail. Because some people be like, oh, I don't like it. Okay, well, why? What was wrong with it? You'd be like, oh, I didn't like it. Okay, that doesn't tell me anything. Is the formula not good? Was it chalky? Was it dusty? Did it crumble? Did it smell rank? Did it not blend? Like what? Was it patchy? Yeah, I be leaving reviews. Okay, so y'all, we did it. So who's thinking of getting stuff besides Michelle? And I know, Michelle, you trying not to get stuff because I was watching your video today, and I know you were planning out, like, your planning out your purchases, which is amazing, by the way. And so I know this might throw a wrench in that, but I think it's a good wrench because you ain't gonna be able to get it anytime soon if you don't purchase it by the 20th. I went to my husband and I said, hey, do you see red, orange, yellow, green, blue, or purple in here? No, I don't either. That is crazy. So is anybody else thinking of getting anything? I think I'm going to order the those Scott Barnes thing and ditch that OMA palette, and then just toss the next one when that reaches the PAO, which is only 6 months. So that's on its way out anyway. All right, so nobody else? Janet, I know you have enough stuff already too. Thank you. Somebody said good job. I done went by it. Oh, thank you, Janet. Oh, you saw Emily Noel show the warm palette. It has creams in it and it does look very basic. Are you talking about the the UD? Yeah, and I just noticed today when I was looking at it that the 4 center shades are creams. And I'm like, and what gets me too is they're like, you can create endless looks. How? With just beige shadows. Putting them over the different color cream bases, which was beige too. So there's something for everybody. Because some people love it. Is Janet leaving? Oh no, she was saying goodnight to Alexandra. So I'm just making sure I'm not missing her. I haven't watched Emily in forever for no particular reason. Y'all know what? I've been watching less and less makeup videos. There's, you know, I stay caught up on Grace, Michelle, Janessa, Tanya when she posts. And who else do I make sure? Oh, Locke, I stay caught up on hers. Jasmine, the buffet witch. And other people, it's just like hit or miss. Because I'm also trying to cut back on my TV time too. And I want to start reading more, which means I need to stop being in front of the TV. So usually when I'm starting my day is when I'll play a video, or if I'm doing my base face, I'll play somebody's video. But even when I eat though, I'll put on a movie and watch a movie while I'm eating lunch or dinner. But we're still waiting for Dawn. You know what? I haven't seen Dawn. Was she here tonight? Still waiting for her to start doing videos, or at least shorts. I really think she should start doing one of the two, or both. 1 star. Okay, let me. Not even indigo. Nope, they're pretty to look at, but you need no more shadows. Yeah, I hear you. Endless beige looks. Yeah, Janet. I'm like, how the hell you even put that in your advertisement? You can create endless looks. They're all beige. You know, doing it in here for everyone else. If anyone else is number 1. That is true. Because she come in and say hi and be number 1. I'm like, how'd she do that? How'd she do that? All right, y'all. We're going to call it. This has been, I did not think. That is so true, Tanya. It really is. And Tanya be calling her out. They be like, how'd she come in and just say hi? I'll be like, okay, it's okay. It's okay. Nobody's actually winning a prize here. I did not realize we've been here over 2 hours. So we're going to go. That did go by fast. And I'm glad it was organized and I wasn't looking crazy. Even I do like looking crazy. I went to the company's Facebook page and I said, why you lie? I don't even have Facebook anymore. I got rid of that years ago. But good for you, Skinny Queen. Because yeah, that lie needed to be exposed. All right, so y'all, thank you for being here. Thank you, Janessa, because I know you said you're going to watch it back to see the swatches. And thank you again for letting it run while you were leaving. I do appreciate that. That was 5 years ago. Oh, that was, okay. But still, I'm glad you did that. And thank you, everybody. Replay crew. Let me know in the comments if you plan on getting something. And I don't want y'all to miss out. That's the thing. And y'all know I love their shadows. I really do. And that was a lot. I got a lot. I didn't swatch Midnight Serenade, the one that I put 4 of the spellcraft shadows in there. But that's still available on site. So I really just wanted to do the BYOPs in case you guys wanted to build something. Good night, y'all. Says Tanya. I had 3 ears of corn episodes. Tanya, you are funny. I'm gonna wash my face and then I'll do my skincare. Yeah, me too. They know how not to send me a tan palette now. And I know that's right. All right, bye everybody. Good night. Thank you for being here. Thank you for moderating, Janet. Hey, that was weird in the beginning. I'm like, it ain't even a Thursday, like it's a Monday. But I think we have videos going up. I have 3 I need to edit and schedule, and one of them is going to be a members only because I have a question, because I know I'll be asking y'all questions. Our next couple lives are already scheduled. So make sure y'all put y'all notifications on. Oh, we love you too, Skinny Queen, not Skinny Jean. I am a mess. All right, y'all. Good night. Thank you so much, Replay Crew. You rock. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you're not a member, you need to join, Skinny Queen. And thank you, Portia, for joining the membership. I appreciate you. And I will see you in a couple weeks at the conference. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. Sorry, guys, I forgot the other E. Oh, for C, that's okay. We know what you mean. I speak Ebonics, and y'all understand me perfectly, which is scary. I mean, but you know, it's okay. All right, y'all. As always, we didn't do the intro, but as always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you, and you will see me soon. Bye.